Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. And I wasn't going to do a lesson on this because I've done it in the past, but this is a recurring thing. This happens every year out in Southern California. And like I always say when I do these videos, when you see these wildfires and then the mountains burning, it's always in the so-called white man's neighborhood. You don't never really see Jake, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. You never really see y'all, or you don't never really see us, around when these fires occur. Not saying that there are not, any Jakes in those towns, but it's predominantly Edomite neighborhoods. And what the Lord is doing is he's completely, you know, burning the hell out of, destroying the infrastructure, and just downright collapsing America, Babylon the Great. And these things are going to get more vicious. It's going to increase. It's not going to be a one time thing a year. It's going to come to multiple times a year, because the fact of the matter is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is through with the wickedness in America, Babylon the Great. Right? So when you see it up here, it says latest updates on airport bridge line fires burning through Southern California. They used to have that song back in the days by that, R&B group. I used to like them, Tony, 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 It Never Rains in Southern California. The heat is vicious out there. And regardless if they want to blame it on a man and saying he set the fires and this and that, the fact of the matter is the Lord did it. Just to prove that, let's go to Amos. Amos chapter 3 and verse 6. It says, "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it?" The answer is no. The Lord did it, man. The Lord did it. The Lord, brings evil, Let's get that in Isaiah, right? Isaiah 45. All right. Isaiah 45 and verse 7. And it reads, "I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things." So it's the Lord that does it, man. Fire alert, the Lord did it. Right? The damn airports, the bridge, the mountains are burning, the Lord did it. There's a mass shooting, the Lord did it. Violence goes on, the Lord did it. Hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, the Lord did it. It's telling you right here, man. The Lord creates evil. He makes peace. Nobody else. He does, man. And if he said he want this to burn over here, it's going to burn, man. Right? Let's get another one and then we're going to play it, because I got two clips. I'm going to try to get through this. Psalms chapter 83. All right. Psalms 83 and verse 4. No, Salakia 14. It says, Psalms 83:14. As the fire burneth a wood, and as a flame setteth the mountains on fire, so persecute them with thy tempest and make them afraid with thy storm, man. And as you're going to see, these people were afraid, man. Who wouldn't be afraid if you walk outside and there's a huge fire that you can't put out, man? And it seems like it's getting closer and it's making what's already a hot, city even hotter, man. Who wouldn't be afraid? So without any further ado, let's play this. Yahba Shem Yahushua willing, the elect be edified. Shalom.
A court appearance for the man accused of setting off a disastrous line fire in the San Bernardino Mountains that has been delayed.
But the massive fire rages on, transforming landscapes that prosecutors said may never be what they once were. KTLA's Shelby Nelson joins us live from Highland, close to where the fire started. Shelby.
Sure, Micah, the devastating line fire has been burning now for more than a week, scorching 38,000 acres. It's only 21% contained. And today we wanted to come to Highland to show you the origin of the fire because San Bernardino County officials say that suspect attempted to try and start 3 fires. The first one above this hill didn't really work. This was the second attempt right here where you can see it's kind of blackened. And then if you look over here on the other end, that's where he ignited allegedly that other fire, which took off and turned into the line fire. Roughly 38,000 acres burned. Drive up State Route 330, and this is what puts the line fire's footprint into perspective. What once was forest, now scorched earth, ashes, and melted guardrail. 6 miles of it that will need to be repaired, and all set ablaze by one man who authorities say is responsible. The suspect, 34-year-old Justin Wayne Halstenberg of Norco. He was supposed to be arraigned in a Rancho Cucamonga courtroom, but that was postponed. Just one day earlier, San Bernardino County officials announcing criminal charges against Halstenberg, including aggravated arson, which carries a sentence of 10 years to life in prison. While his family is hardly speaking out, the LA Times reports that his mother, who is battling cancer, responded to them in a message saying, "I do want to say this about my baby boy. He did not light that fire. I repeat, he did not light that fire."
I really don't believe it. I'm heartbroken to hear that.
The family's next door neighbor, who only wants to be identified as Raymond, says he's known Halstenberg since he was born.
Justin is the sweetest guy I ever knew. This guy will drop everything to help you. He's helped me. He's helped other people. He's a mechanic. He works on cars in the backyard.
Halstenberg is facing multiple counts of arson, including causing great bodily injury to a firefighter and for causing this Running Springs home to burn down. The San Bernardino County District Attorney alleges that he attempted to ignite a fire 3 times last Thursday in Highland. And when the first 2 didn't work, they allege he tried again, igniting the line fire here along Baseline Road.
I can assure the public that we're going to go hard on this case, that we're going to be resolute on this case.
While cooler temperatures and calmer winds are helping with the fight against the line fire, officials say on the western flank of the fire, it continues to threaten homes in Running Springs. On the eastern side, it's moving toward an area that hasn't burned in decades near Angeles Oaks.
We got wind that somebody was saying Running Springs was going to be put back to a warning and people were going to be able to return home, and that is not the case.
And just to hit that home, residents are not being allowed back up to Running Springs. Officials say it's likely going to take some time because they do have to repair that guardrail up there, among other things, because of this line fire. Now, I do want to give you one of the latest evacuation lifts that we saw earlier this afternoon. Highland area from Highway 210 east to Calle del Rio Street and the foothills south to the city limit all have been lifted, and that happened earlier this afternoon at 2 o'clock. Reporting live in Highland, I'm Shelby Nelson, KTLA 5 News.
Thank you, Shelby. Firefighters have gained the upper hand in battling the largest of the 3 wildfires burning in SoCal. The Bridge Fire, now 3% contained after score.
So you heard it, man. Bridge Fire, 51,000 plus acres. 3% contained. So they got a long way to go. And, like I said, they blame it. See, Esau man, he got to blame a lot of the things. He has to have an explanation. You know, whenever it comes to something, these wildfires, the chariots, earthquakes, things of that sort, he has to come up with an explanation to sort of calm the people down. But listen, man, you can't contain a fire this big, man. You can hover over it with goddamn helicopters spraying water out. They ain't gonna do nothing. It's just going to spread it even further. It goes out when the Lord say it goes out. You know, you seen the guardrails melted. They saying that this dude, he's a helpful guy. He helps everybody. He's a mechanic. Whether he did it or not, man. You know, the Lord, if he did it, the Lord put him up to doing it, man. The Lord put a spirit on him. The Lord had an angel put a spirit on him to get him to do that, man. So, you know, the Lord did it. This is Isaiah 30:30. It says, and the Lord shall cause his glorious voice to be heard. How does the Lord speak, man? Through his judgment, right? It says, and shall shew the lightning down of his arm with the indignation of his anger, with the flame of a devouring fire. That's what this fire did, man. Devoured the mountains, devour houses, devour roads, right? And it's still burning, man. They said it's been burning for a week. It says, with scatterings and tempests and hailstones. Yeah, man. So that's what's going on. The Lord is speaking. Let's go.
Scorching nearly 52,000 acres. Flames have destroyed dozens of homes since the fire started on Sunday. Firefighters say reduced wind speeds and higher humidity have helped slow the fire's growth. They are working now to protect threatened communities and make sure the area is safe so residents can return home. The cause of the fire remains under investigation.
And there's progress to report on the airport fire burning in.
Sound like he was going to say the cause of the fire is unknown. But he said, oh, the cause of the fire is to be investigated. I thought you had to. I thought you investigated. You know where he started it at? You know, how many acres was burned? You done investigated already.
In Orange and Riverside counties. Containment is now up to 8%. The fire, which has burned more than 23,000 acres, started in Trabuco Canyon on Monday. There are still mandatory evacuations in Robinson Ranch, in Lake Elsinore, and in the Trabuco Highlands. 36 cabins were destroyed in eastern Orange County and others in the Lake Elsinore area. The OC Fire Authority says the fire was caused by heavy equipment used to move boulders.
So, hey, man, this is what it is. So I got this one right here. It's pretty much going into the same thing. It says bridge fire contaminated. Salakia. Bridge fire containment reaches 3% after burning more than 50,000 acres. Woo, and look at this. Homes completely in ash. That's the strength of the Lord, man. And there's a lot of these Edomites that's feeling this wrath, man. Because what? You so-called white people, you through. Your kingdom is through. And this is it for you, man. You can't hold on. This is gonna continue to happen. The plagues are hitting Egypt as before. All right. So before I play this, let me get another one. This is Isaiah chapter 29, verse 6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts, with thunder and with earthquakes and great noise, with storm and tempest, and a flame of devouring fire, man. It keeps reiterating devouring fire, man. Because that's what fire does. It devours things. Right? Anything in its path. And you people in America, Babylon the Great, are about to witness that, man, when that ultimate fire comes, which is by those thermonuclear missiles. The radiation and the fire that's going to be, spread from them missiles hitting, man, is going to be, asinine, man. Right? Well, not asinine, but you know what I'm getting at. It's going to be at a level that you've never seen possible, man. You never thought was possible. Right? So let's go. Check this one out.
A rare trip underneath Gaza. We'll go inside the tunnel network where hostages, including a California native, were held for months.
I'm Nicole Comstock, reporting from Mount Baldy, the community that lost the most homes during our Southern California wildfires. And tonight, people are coming to terms with everything that's happened here this week.
And a family-owned store in the Inland Empire that's been a target for thieves over and over decides whether it's finally time to quit. They share their decision with us tonight. Good evening, everyone. I'm Juan Fernandez. The fire is finally out tonight in the town that lost more than any other. The bridge fire destroyed 20 homes in Mount Baldy, and tonight people are coming to terms with all they had taken from them. KCAL News reporter Nicole Comstock live in Mount Baldy now with the latest. Nicole?
Yeah, well, they've had a slight increase in humidity and lower temperatures out here, which is really helping firefighters get a handle on the bridge fire. Tonight, they're really focused on structure defense. That means protecting homes out here, but still, so many in this community have already been lost. They're still smoking the burned trees and homes here in Mount Baldy, 3 days after the bridge fire barreled through the mountain community, destroying 20 homes.
Yes, well, those houses were built back in the 20s. One of them, the guy's got a wife and kids. He's the age of my youngest son. He's in his 30s. And that hurts when you see that. It's just what happens, you know.
Stan and Ron are decompressing with their other longtime neighbors.
And you heard them, right? Them houses were built in the 20s, right? Which means what? More than likely, hey, man, those are more than likely they built on the bones of the Israelites, man. More than likely, Israelites built that through rigorous slave labor, man. The Lord don't give a damn about your houses that was built in the 20s. He don't care if you Edomites got kids or, family and his son is just as, old as your son. The Lord don't give a shit about that, man. You devils are through. Everything that you've stolen, everything that you took, everything that you gained through rape, rob, and murder, the Lord is recompensing you for all your works, man. Nobody don't give a damn about, when them houses was built.
Here at the Mount Baldy Lodge, their good friend Bruce is one of those people who lost their home.
I got out of there and just everything burnt. I went back later on that night and I could just see the house, just burning. They wouldn't let me go back any further, but it's just a pile of dust now.
This is what's left of Bruce's truck and property. He made it out with his dogs, Woody and Ozzy Posborn. He's thankful for that, but says the fire blazed through Baldy so fast, he was only able to grab a couple of T-shirts and some documents.
It was just getting closer and closer and stuff. There's nothing I could do. I mean, the whole village could have gone up in a heartbeat. All I had to do was jump the road. If it would have jumped on the other side of the Mount Baldy Road and came over here to the village, it would have just taken the whole village out.
Ron says it's only because firefighters made a stand at Mount Baldy Road that they were able to save this town. San Bernardino County says firefighters are making great progress on the ground and in the air. While the north side of the bridge fire is still burning, they've held it south of the two. They're focused on fighting the east side of the fire and defending the homes still in its path.
And there's a fundraiser tomorrow night for those people who lost their homes during the bridge fire. It'll be at Last Name Brewing down in Upland. There is also another community meeting happening tomorrow night for people who live in these evacuated areas to learn more about what exactly is happening next with this fire. And that'll be at Serrano High School's Performing Arts Center in Phelan at 6 p.m. Reporting live near Mount Baldy, I'm Nicole Comstock, KCAL News.
So, hey, man, these devils, they losing.
Peter
Right?
said may never.
These devils is losing, man. Slovakia.
New at 9 o'clock, a rare.
Let's get this devil up there, man. Because, you know, these devils are losing, man. They're losing everything. And they know that they're at their end, man. Especially these old devils, like this one you see. This is Psalms 11:6. It says, upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and in horrible tempests. This shall be the portion of their cup, man. Right? The Lord is going to rain snares, man. The Lord's going to rain fire and brimstone. This is the portion of Edom's cup, man. This is a part of his judgment, right? And there ain't nothing he can do about it. He just got to take it, man. Right? Let's get my last one. Jeremiah 50, right? Jeremiah 50 and verse 31. And it reads, behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud. And these devils are proud, man. These are the proudest people on the planet, man. They got everything through unrighteousness and evil and wickedness, but yet they still proud and they cry when they get caught, when they get judged, man, for it, knowing that they did wrong to get it. That's the pride on these fucking devils, man. No matter how they got their riches, how they got lands, they don't care. It's like they feel like they deserve it. But when the Lord judge them, they cry like this damn devil, man. This damn Starsky and Hutch looking ass devil, man. It says, behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord power. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua of hosts. For thy day is come, and the time, Salakia, the time that I will visit thee. So this is the time that the Lord is visiting the nation of Edom, man, and the inhabitants of the earth, period. Right? Verse 32. And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise them up. That's right. And I will kindle a fire in his cities. Right? And his parts of the area, his parts of the towns, man. The Lord is kindling a fire upon Esau, Edom, man, in their parts of the towns. It says, and I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him, man. You heard that devil? Look at, he said, my house, man, I couldn't save it, man. I had to get out of there, man. It was just too close. I came back and, you could see his house and his car was completely ashes, man. And that's the direction that Esau Edom is going, into ashes, man. He's going to be a thing of the past, right? So these are glorious times to see. The Lord said, the joy, one of the greatest joys is to see the downfall of your enemies, man. When you read, I believe it's Sirach 25th chapter, right? And we are seeing the downfall in the end of our enemies, man. Our chief enemy, which is Esau Edom. Because these devils look like you come around their hood, hey man, you'll disappear. That's how wicked these devils are, man. So, hey man, I just wanted to touch on this. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua willing, the elect be Father. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. Hey, to the next lesson. Let's say Shalom.